So, one of the things I've realised is that the hardest time of the day with young children, when they're kind of 2, 3, 4, that age onwards, is around 3, 4 in the afternoon. I think the biggest thing that can change your day is to make sure that you've prepared dinner before the witching hour of 4 to 5. So for everyone this is different. Some people use the nap time of their youngest child to prepare dinner. Some people use the morning. I found that too busy. Some people are night people, so they can prep some of it the night before, which is great. However, I'm not a night person. I find the mornings too busy, and I want to rest when Isaac's resting. So, what are you going to do? I have realised that the only thing I can do, that I am going to try and do moving forward now, like as many times as I can, hopefully working towards every single day, is to prep my dinner for the next day in the afternoon slot. So that time when Isaac's possibly still sleeping or has just woken up, in the afternoon slot. So that time when Isaac's possibly still sleeping or has just woken up and is happy with the TV, and I've had a bit of a chance to rest. It might be when Grace and Isaac are here, or just when Isaac's here. So probably around 2 in the afternoon. What I want to start doing is using the slot between 2 and 3 to prepare things for the next day. So chop all my vegetables, put them all in the slow cooker. So then, when the vegetables are chopped, you can just throw them in the slow cooker and let them maybe marinate in a sauce to even make them, to make them even a bit tastier. And then in the morning you can just add the meat. And because it's so cold at night now, I don't know about you, but our kitchen's freezing at night, those veggies can just be in the slow cooker. I mean, they could anyway, because they're only vegetables, aren't they? So you just add all the veg in to the slow cooker. And then in the morning, you can just switch it on and add the meat. Now, watch this space, because I have not achieved this yet. This is my goal for structuring my day. I think it's the thing that could make the biggest difference to my day, because I find the hour between 4 and 5 fairly horrendous. And the worst thing I can probably do is to prepare dinner, which needs doing for either 5 o'clock, or if they're particularly hungry, they kind of need it right there and then for 4:15 or 4:30. And then it's like, I have had to learn this lesson so many times, it's not even funny. It gets to 4 o'clock and I think, why did I just not make dinner earlier? Why? Because usually I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to think about dinner at 1 in the afternoon. But if it becomes a regular slot, like between 2 and 3, every day, hello Isaac, so that I'm always ahead of myself by a day, I just think life could be so much calmer. So that is what I'm going to try and do. I will keep you up to date on the journey and let you know how it's going, how much difference it's making to my life, and if it eliminates the witching hour. Bye for now. So I am just going to talk to you about what it feels like for it to be after 4 o'clock. I've got in from nursery, Grace and Isaac are here, and I've managed to achieve making my dinner in the slow cooker today. So right now, children are happily watching television. Well, one's on the iPad. I can tell you absolutely right now, if this dinner was not ready, they would not be happy watching the television. They'd both be absolutely starving. As it is, they're fine. Pure coincidence, okay? That never happens. So the great thing is, the dinner's there in the slow cooker, it's warm. It even, smelled quite nice as I was walking in through the front door. There's my dinner, and now all I have to do is prep my tray. So I'm just going to prep my tray, go into the dining room, and talk to you about how it feels to have this thing done, which is never normally done. Okay, so Get my bamboo plates for the kids, one for Grace, one for Isaac. Get my plate bowl, I think. What I find tends to help is if I put a big helping on my plate and then the children seem to want it more. So I just take an extra big helping in on the table and then they will kind of ask for more. Whereas if I put quite a big lot on their plate, they wouldn't want it. I can tell you, they wouldn't want it. I always put extra teaspoons on the tray because Isaac will always drop one or two. So I don't want to be traipsing back to the drawer. It just feels so nice not to have to multitask. So I know that, just put that out. So right now, if I hadn't made dinner, I would be totally against the clock. A very, very common feeling. I'd be totally against the clock. They'd be hungry and cranky, and if anything happened to interrupt my cooking, like say Isaac, filled his nappy with a great big poo, if there was anything like that to happen, suddenly the cooking's delayed, I'm giving Grace anything to keep her going, anything that I can find, and then lo and behold, I'd finally get the dinner ready, and she wouldn't be hungry because I'd have given her that thing to keep going. Right, so I've got my tray prepared. The lovely thing is, because it's in the slow cooker, it's just going to stay warm. So till I put it in this one, it's just going to be nice and I don't have to worry about it. I can just do this at a nice, leisurely pace. One of the things I always do before I sit down for dinner with the kids is I fill the sink with hot soapy water because I know that I'm going to be going back and forth with a cloth to wipe things down, and then I can throw all the things in the soapy water after dinner because I don't really like to put the plastic and the bamboo stuff in the dishwasher. And now what I can do as well is I can add some things that Michael would quite like in this casserole, but the children wouldn't. So I'm going to add some Lea & Perrins sauce and some, what's the word? Stock, some kind of stock that's a bit kind of, I don't know, not exactly spicy, but a bit of a stronger flavour than they would like. Because Michael gets back quite late, it means that when he gets in, that's all done. He doesn't even have to reheat anything. It's just done, And see, need biscuit, hungry at this time, always at this time. So I can now say, dinner first, dinner's ready. Oh, what glorious words. Dinner's ready. Not like, no, you can't have it, I'm making dinner, no, you can't have it. Want it, so hungry. Oh, okay, then just have it. A very different scenario to the usual one. And what I've gotten into the habit of doing as well is making a big portion of pasta or rice. So whenever I make pasta, I make quite a bit and then I shove it in the fridge. And actually, you know what? It's fine. It's fine reheated, or it's fine even cold with something that's warm. You don't even really notice. The kids don't notice. It just means it's one thing you don't have to think, one thing that you don't have to think about when you get in. You don't have to think about making the pasta to go with that or making the rice to go with that. It's just done. Because rice lasts up to about 3 days, doesn't it? So I use my glass containers. I don't have one to show you right now. I use my glass containers to put the rice in, and then I label it with my chalk pen. I can see it in the fridge. It's just easy to grab it, reheat it. Bob's your uncle. Right. Without further ado, I'm going to feed my children. Bye for now. This is not going smoothly at all. Now the children wanted to eat the food from the slow cooker, so I ate it. There has been minimum success. I reheated some scrambled egg from earlier for Grace and accompanied that with the baby bow, which is what she wanted. I've then reheated the lamb mince from last night because I think that's what Isaac will eat. His words were, "Don't want that," when I gave him the chicken casserole. Anyway, it's helped me because at least I've eaten, and who knows, they might eat it tomorrow. Maybe Michael will even like it. Bye for now. Oh my goodness. The final touch to that unsuccessful dinner was finding Luna had returned, got on the table and eaten some of the chicken, so that has to be thrown away now. So altogether not a great success, but I'm still thinking I'm going to incorporate it into my new routine. Bye.